brings in some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. They're
talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback, and they're excited.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Gets it out fast. Past the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
By the QB.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a start for the defense, and I tell you what, this might start to affect how I call the game and what I think the offense can do, because if this rain keeps coming down and affecting the throwing, this allows me to be way more aggressive on defense. Nice start for this D.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down.
And inside, he tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this? In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop block on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you thought. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They pull him headed to the goal line. Touchdown by you Bengals. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to go up top.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now it's back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Manning. With the catch, it's Anderson. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throwaway.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The Tigers get enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Puts it out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
From the gun. He wants it all. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Back to throw, it's Manning. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
Safely.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
To the air, it's Sullivan. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Thrust that arm out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Got it in the middle. It's Anderson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They just keep firing. Grab behind the line. It's Dura. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
Tight end now in motion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Texas Tech. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here in Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent.
Right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Snapped it in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Turner.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd down, going up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Watkins. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Back to throw, it's Manning. It's complete to the right. And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. On the ground, it's Barnes. There he goes. Lowers those pads. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third, this guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
It's caught. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the option. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out route. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Zings it complete to the right. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll do it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the play.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to pass. It's Sullivan. Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second down, he'll throw it. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Corrals it at the 45. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's some...
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. You just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing. And because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Sullivan. He's going to throw deep right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Tulane forced to send out. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's... piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Sullivan. Finds his big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Now they'll try the right side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. LSU right back to the line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll take it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it on the counter. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Handoff from the shotgun. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Makes a man miss.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. Pulls it and fires to the left. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
One more play to pad the stats. He might want another play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged out of the air. And that is how we will wrap this one up.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretch.